Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. It has begun. Here we go on the Footies Leaks coming to FC25 soon, including our first 99 rated card of FC25 and the return of a Ultimate Team legend. We got to talk about a lot of things Footies today, including the season pass that is coming out tomorrow that we barely have any leaks for. We got to prepare for another most likely 500,000 coin paid season pass with a lot of rewards still in question. And today's content on Wednesday, it's a guaranteed pack day, right? Shapeshifter's Team 4 guaranteed SBC would be expected, but could we get a guaranteed PTG pack as well? Let's discuss everything, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Before we get to all the Footies fun, let's look over yesterday's content on Tuesday, where we had once again the third daily sprint league for the UEFA Women's PTGs. Of course, it's play 4 games, win 2 to get the max reward, and this time we do get the 5-star skill moves evolution. The text in here was wrong yesterday and today. They're basically flip-flopped. So yesterday we got the Tiki Taka Plus in center mid. Today we get the 5-star skill moves. I think for the squad that you have to build, you have to use an English player and also a Barclays Women's Super League player in the team as well. Just put a silver card on the bench and you're good to go. Now, yesterday also I finished off the completionist objective here for getting 6 goals, and then of course from the first sprint league getting the play 4. So that one's done for me. I'll claim the quick step plus and the pinged pass plus evolution as well. So the evolutions are starting to come together, but of course we have 3 more days of this. Sorry, not 3, we have 2 more. We've got today on Wednesday and tomorrow on Thursday for the last 4 and 5 sprint leagues. So last chance is there, and of course those daily packs, I don't mind those, to be honest. Like, it's kind of the same thing every day, which isn't super unique because the requirements are not restrictive at all, but it is an easy way to get a couple of 86 plus packs and a couple of other rewards just for going 2 and 4 in those daily matches. Let's go to evolutions because we had a new Evo yesterday. It is the backline talent center back Evo. I actually have not looked at this at all. I know it only goes to 3 playstyle pluses, I believe. Yeah, it only goes to 3 playstyle pluses, gives a pretty big physical boost. So, you know, if you find the right card for this, ooh, Bombito fits. That's not too bad. Yeah, Bombito fits there, looks decent. I heard that Rio Ferdinand looks pretty good in this one. Yeah, it gets a big physical boost, doesn't get much or any of a defensive boost. There's not a huge passing or dribbling boost with this, is what I'm noticing. What playstyle pluses does it give besides block plus? You get intercept base, you get block plus, pinged pass, anticipate base, jockey plus at the very end, as well as a max of 3 playstyle pluses. I was looking at Footbin to see if there are any sick cards coming out of this, and most of them just look like Evo chains, or maybe a card you already have in your club that's evolved that would fit this one. But then again, you're needing to add a 4th playstyle plus onto the end of that card to make it usable at this stage of the game. At least it's free. We love that. Let's go to SBCs, where we had 2 dubs yesterday, in my humble opinion. The first W is the Manuel Neuer Flashback SBC, 4 playstyle plus. He's got 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. It is the exact leaked card, but the positions are kind of what I like. If you don't want to try him at striker, he could be usable as a center mid or a cam. 94 dribbling, 90 passing, okay. Maybe 63 defending makes him not that usable as a CM, but 96 physical. He's got at least pinged pass plus with long ball base. And I love that he's got Trickster. Honestly, he's more of a striker than anything else as I look at these playstyles, but that is just the epitome of a fun card. It's only 4 squads, 88, 89, 90, and 91, which of course you might think, oh, Nate, that's a little bit expensive. It's only 200,000 coins with how cheap fodder is. If you're anything like me and you've got a lot of those 94, 95 rated shapeshifters in your dupe storage, this is going to be a great fun card to put those into. I love this SBC. This is great, right? These are the 2 flashback SBCs that we were looking forward to, Neuer and Vanja Milinkovic-Savic. We got the first one. I know some people don't like it, but you know what? If you don't like it, that's fine. Save your fodder for Footies, but that one for me is getting completed because that's a fun flashback in my opinion. Of course, back to his card in FIFA 23 that was fun then as well. Now, the other SBC that probably made more waves than the Neuer yesterday is finally a chance to pack the Road to the Final winners once again. A 93 plus TOTS Shapeshifter or Road to the Final winner player pick. Unfortunately, it is not repeatable. It's a one-time and done SBC for an 86 squad with an inform and an 87 rated squad. I'm going to open it right now because I had not done this SBC yet. I'm not expecting to get a Road to the Final winner. I mean, TOTS and Shapeshifters, there's so many of those cards, and there's not as many Road to the Final winners. Like, there still are because there's a lot of those teams that we've gotten, But let's see what we get here. I'm going to open one at a time. We'll probably be able to tell by the flare color, right? That looks like a TOTS to me. 94 Lookman. That looks like a TOTS as well. 90. Oh, man. All right, last one. Oh, we went 3 for 3 with the TOTS. I have to imagine that that's how a lot of these player picks looked, but that's fun, all right? I know that the odds on that, the weight on that's probably going to look a lot like mine, but for literally a 50,000 coin SBC, it's 76% upvoted. That's just fun, right? And that just kind of, I don't know what the word is, but it's a step in the right direction. That's what it feels like with that player pick. Fun summer content. A lot of us have been saying a road to the final winners players pick would be super sick, and I guess this is the first step in that direction. Hopefully during Footies we get an unlimited repeatable player SBC like this, or a player pick SBC, and then maybe the opportunity for just road to the finals in a player pick at some point before they become a little outdated. Those are mostly 3 playstyle plus players. A couple have 4. But before those get too far outdated, it would be super nice to have one of those in SBCs. But that was like, again, just a step in the right direction of fun. And that was good stuff. Now, I want to look at fodder here really quick, because more so with fodder, what I want to discuss is the fact that if you have any of these cards in your club, it's probably time to sell them off. TOTS cards are actually up a little bit from where they were on Friday and Saturday. These cards were as low as 12K. They're now up to about 14,000 coins. Probably a decent time to sell those, and a decent time to sell some of this fodder as well before Division Rivals rewards tomorrow. Of course, it's the end of a season, so that means that a lot of people have moved up into higher divisions. You're getting better rewards, and that means more supply, tradable and untradeable, for these fodder cards. Sure, we still have a lot of SBCs, but I do believe that the 87s and 8s in particular would take a little bit of a hit in price tomorrow with those rivals rewards. So just be very careful with that. And even team of the season cards I'd probably sell as well, because the tradable TOTS pack will be refreshing on Thursday. Now, let's talk about the Footies leaks, guys, because that was the big news, and we're expecting more big news today. I'll start it off by saying this. Today on Wednesday, watch this news tab right here in-game, because that's been the day when we have seen news, kind of hints, kind of just a little bit of a direction into what cards are going to be coming out on Friday for all the other Shapeshifter promos and even Team of the Season. So watch this news tab right here. But the Footies leaks started yesterday with a FIFA legend returning. Guys, Anthony Martial and Ruter are leaked as Footies cards. I love the Anthony Martial. This is a perfect pick of a nostalgia, old, back in the day FIFA card who hasn't had a special all year long. There's probably people that have been evolving Anthony Martial his gold card to get him to be usable, and now you've got a Footies item for him. So I like that. I think that's a great choice of a player there. I don't believe these are official stats, but hopefully it's 96, 97 rated, 4 playstyle pluses. That's probably what you would expect for these cards. Same thing with Ruter. 2 French cards. This brings me to think of one thing. Are they going to be involved in the season pass? Maybe it's just because it's 2 French cards that have been leaked right here. But remember earlier in the year when we had themes to the seasons by nationality, or I think there was a couple that were by league? Maybe that's going to happen again with Footies. Maybe not. But with these leaks being so early and really not having a lot of other leaks for other parts of Footies so far, could these be a part of the season pass? I think there's actually a shot with that. So that's a good start for players that are going to be involved in Footies. Those are probably not the top tier players by any stretch of the imagination, but that's a good start for fun cards. Like Martial is a FIFA legend, not necessarily for too many of his promo cards, maybe a couple here from FIFA 23, FIFA 22. That Winter Wildcards Martial was great, but it was kind of this year, like 22 and before, his gold card. Anthony Martial's gold card, I believe it was maybe one of these. There was like 40,000 coins at the beginning of the year because he was so overpowered as a cheap beast. It wasn't this year in FIFA 22, but probably before that. Anthony Martial was a early game beast. I love that EA is giving him a Footies card, and I hope there's more players like that getting released inside of Footies. Now, this is the real big leak, right? Pele, our first 99 rated card. He is coming as a Footies icon. Probably 5 playstyle pluses. If he's 99 rated, he's got to be 5 playstyle pluses, right? We've got 97 rated Kaká, who's got 5 playstyle pluses. So that's a huge leak. Our first 99 rated card again. But here's my question. Obviously, we think, oh, this is going to be in packs, right? Hold on a minute. Because in my opinion, this may be a little bit too good to be true, but couldn't this be a part of the season pass? We saw Kaká released at level 35 of this season pass with 5 playstyle pluses, and we were like, oh my goodness, that's an insane card. Well, when we get to the end of the season 9 Footies that is going to be dropping tomorrow, Wouldn't this seem like an insane card? Yes, maybe too good to be true. I totally hear that. This could totally be in packs, and I'm just dreaming here, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that this could be a level 35 or level 40 season pass card. That's what I want to say. Looking at this, we're probably going to find out a lot more about the season pass today. Again, we're sitting here on a Wednesday, heading into the new season pass tomorrow without any news of a season pass rewards, like any of the evolutions. Like, we usually have this stuff leaked way ahead of time, so either the leakers don't know genuinely, or they're not caring to tweet out the leaks or something like that. That's very interesting to me. Now, Pele, of course, is going for his fourth year in a row of a 99 rated card. FIFA 22 Moments, FIFA 23 Shapeshifters, FC 24 Footies, and he's going to go back-to-back years with Footies into FC 25. But it's not that hard to get a 99 rated card every year when your prime icon back in the day when they did those was 98 rated. It was literally the only way you could go up from a 98 to a 99. So I don't have a problem with Pele being in, and I haven't used a ton of Pelés in FIFAs of old. Like, I did definitely use this Footies Pele. I think I used one of these Pelés at the very end of the year as well. I will be down. I'm down if this is a part of the season pass. That's kind of my hope as the way that I'm thinking about it and speaking about it. So those are the leaks that we have right there related to Footies. We do have this small leak as well. The fact that premium Footies are going to be back this year for FC 25, which basically just means Footies with extra chemistry, and that could be a card design that we see uploaded soon to the code. There's probably going to be a lot of tweets today from card designs, from packs being added to the code, especially because I think EA, since they're probably mostly focused on FC 26 right now, is going to be like very slow, like very late, very delayed. I was going to say slow, but yeah, that works too, to add stuff into the game that's about to come out. Like, we don't even have a guaranteed Team 4 Shapeshifters pack added to the code yet. That would obviously be an SBC we would be expecting today. So watch out for a lot of tweets and hopefully some more news about the season pass. We just got to talk about this for a quick second again. It's probably going to be 500,000 coins, right? Because the first two season passes that we have had that have been paid have been 500,000 coins. And with that, we got to talk about what are the rewards going to be. They're going to give us Evos, right, for Playstyle Pluses. The hope would be that the Playstyle Plus Evos we could get out of this would allow us to create 5 Playstyle Plus cards later on down the line in the season pass. That would be the number one hope. The number two hope would be that maybe instead of it being max 95 or 96, maybe, just maybe, we could put in like 97s. Would that be too much? I hope not, especially as we get to later on in the season. Think about it. This footy season is probably going to go for a month. A month from now, we're going to be in the second week of August, and it's going to be like done with Footies almost, maybe preseason time, or like the pre-order promo, whatever they're going to call it this year. There's a couple of leaks about that. We should be getting 5 Playstyle Plus players by then, especially if they're going to give out a 99 rated card at the end of the season pass. Whether it's Pele or not, I would expect a 99 rated card there. So that's the questions that I have, that we have right now. We have a very large lack of information. I'm sure we're going to figure a lot out about it today with the leaks, but I'm going to guess 500,000 coins to the season pass again, and hopefully Evos will take us to 5 Playstyle Pluses and some fun players. I will say this, be careful on the market. I know you're like, Nate, who cares about the market at this stage of the game? Well, some of you guys probably have tradable cards still in your club, and some of them are going to be sold by people who have them as well so that they can afford the season pass. Because if we go 3 for 3 with season passes that have a very good card at the end with a lot of Playstyle Plus evolutions in there as well, it's going to get a lot of people to spend their coins on it, which of course is better than spending FC points. 100% in my opinion, all day will say that. That's going to cause people to sell some cards, whether it's, again, cards that are like 1, 2, 300,000 coins, maybe some team of the season cards from Ultimate Tots. Maybe if people checked out during Tots and they still have some cards in their team, they're going to log on, sell those to get coins to buy the season pass. I could see some drops in the market, even some like PTG cards and the shapeshifters that are in packs right now. A couple of those cards could even dip as people raise funds to buy the season pass. That's one thing I would say. Could see a little bit of a dip on the market tomorrow on Thursday because of that. So that's the last thing I'll say about Footies leaks. Watch out for more today. We've mentioned it a bunch of times, but should be a pretty big leak day in terms of news today on Wednesday, as we're one day before the new season comes out. Now, speaking of leaks, we're going to turn the corner a little bit into FC 26 because there's some news that's too big to ignore about FC 26, specifically related to who's on the Ultimate Edition cover. It is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So we've got Jude Bellingham for his second year in a row on the standard edition, and Zlatan, as of course he is leaked to be an icon on FC 26, he's going to be on the cover for the Ultimate Edition. That's lovely. Absolutely love that from EA. I mean, I love the comments on this, right? Zlatan didn't choose the cover chose Zlatan. That's so good. So I'm excited for that one. He's definitely the biggest icon, or one of the biggest. It could be Robin if they add him in too. But the fact that he's on the cover, I don't know about Robin. I'm maybe not as confident in the fact that he's going to be added as an icon this year if Zlatan's on the cover. Because if it was between Zlatan or Robin, maybe Zlatan's a little bit more of like a household name just because of the ego and everything. I don't know, but he's on the Ultimate Edition cover. We're still waiting for more news on the confirmed leaks of the icons, who's all being added in and who's not. But Zlatan is 100% after this leak for sure. That's very exciting. Another FC26 leak for a hero is Quaresma. Guys, with the icons and heroes, EA has chosen some really good cards. They've chosen some great cards. The Trivela King himself, not necessarily, I mean, would you say he's deserving of a hero card? Maybe if you're Portuguese, you would. I feel like Quaresma is obviously, he was great in real life, fantastic in real life, but also kind of like a FIFA legend. And that's the way that EA does seem to be going a little bit with heroes and icons, is some players who were legends and heroes inside of the game, maybe not as much so in real life, although you could make an argument for them. They were just well known in the game, and that's what's maybe getting them to this point of being released as a hero. So I've used so many Quaresma cards in the past. He's so fun to use as always. Trivela Plus will be made perfectly for him, even though, however, there's rumors that the Trivela playstyle and Playstyle Plus may be changing in FC26. So, of course, they add in Quaresma and then remove Trivela or like change it somehow. But he is coming as a hero in FC26 as well. We're still looking for a few more leaks of who's going to be added as a hero. There was a Aguero tweet, but there's not really any actual news to that yet. That's just a prediction, at least in my opinion, right now. But that's a nice one. Last thing I wanted to show you guys is this tweet right here is getting a lot of traction. World Cup mode is coming in FC26. That's a huge piece of information because not only is this saying that that is coming back, like the World Cup mode from FIFA 18 was fantastic. We didn't have a World Cup mode in FIFA 23, and that was one thing that we kind of wish we would have had. Okay, never mind. We did have a World Cup mode, but it wasn't like an Ultimate Team specific World Cup mode like FIFA 18 was that absolutely slapped. When you think of World Cup mode, that's what you think of, the FIFA 18 one that was insane. So maybe something like that's coming to FC26, we'll see. But this is really big because if we're going to get a FIFA World Cup mode, I wasn't expecting that EA would drop the ball and not get the rights and the stuff to be able to use World Cup like in the game, because that's a FIFA thing, right? FIFA World Cup. But I mean, it looks like if they're going to be dropping a FIFA World Cup mode, they've got the rights. So that's a big piece of news. But once again, I will say, this is an account that's kind of not 100% trusted yet, in my opinion. No offense against him, but we are still waiting. If this is true, which it probably is as well, because like we get a World Cup mode, whether it's related to Ultimate Team or not, we get a World Cup mode every single year. So this is not surprising in a way, but the way that he tweets it is like kind of related maybe to Ultimate Team. We'll just have to see. I just wanted to show this tweet because a lot of people are talking about it. That's a long ways away, literally a year away. But that's some FC26 news there. The Zlatan and the Quaresma are definitely the biggest two things as we still await more news in FC26. Now, let's talk really quickly about Euros upgrades and get back into the content for today on Wednesday. Firstly, yesterday, of course, Sweden cooked. They won 3-0. And Rolfo is up like crazy. She was 280,000 coins, now well over 300. Same thing with the German cards. Gwyn was 400k, and now she's 465 as Germany and Sweden both won yesterday, both also eclipsing the 3-goal mark. So plus ones incoming for German and Swedish players. And also, I think that's going to lock up their position advancing in Group C, if I'm not mistaken there. Today, on Wednesday, is our last games of match day 2 for England versus the Netherlands and also France versus Wales. If we go take a look at Group D really quickly with these nations in it. Yeah, Sweden and Germany are through. They're both on 6 points. So, boom, they're going to go 5-star, 5-star with the position there, too. And then Group D, you've got Netherlands and France on 1 win. England and Wales are on 0 points. So, this group is, of course, labeled as the group of death. If England win today, that would make it a really interesting scenario. But, of course, if France do take care of Wales, then you would think that they would be advancing out of the group. But that's really where we're kind of watching today for some interesting movements with the PTG cards. If you have like a Stanway or a Lauren Hemp, obviously these cards have a lot of potential to rise in price because they're playing. If they do win, they're going to go crazy because before, like right now, it's not looking good. They're on 0 points. But if they lose, then they're down for the count. No upgrades. They're not moving on. They're cooked. So you're running a fine line there with those cards, especially with the England cards, the live items here in Group D. So just be careful with that. Sell into the hype. And, of course, we do have rewards tomorrow that are going to supply those cards in the market tradable. So you'd want to be careful with those cards anyway. Now, for the rest of content today, on Wednesday, as we already mentioned, guaranteed Shapeshifter Team 4-pack would be expected. It's not even in the code yet, so hopefully EA would add that code here pretty soon, drop that one in. I would love to see a PTG guaranteed, even if it's between Team 1 and Team 2, and it's a cheap SBC like this. I would be down for it. EA, please drop that SBC as well. Again, pack code added before the content drop would give us some insight onto that. And then, of course, we had the Neuer. Now we just need the Vanja Milinkovic-Savic. The last flashback SBC has been leaked. Why did EA make us wait this long? It's kind of annoying, but that should hopefully be coming today. If it's not, then it would be Danjuma. Those are the last 2 player SBCs that we do have leaked. I'm actually starting to kind of just save packs. I know that I need fodder to do Neuer and to do Vanja Milinkovic-Savic. Still doing the 83 plus player picks that are around until Friday and maybe opening some of the like daily play packs. That's giving me enough fodder to get these SBCs done that I need to get done, and to keep rinsing and to keep grinding. And opening those lower level packs is just still feeding the grind. I've got so much fodder in the rest of my club anyway that it's not even a problem. I'm going to save the 84 times 10s. And maybe some of the other bigger objective packs like the 88 doubles and the 86 pluses that I get from doing that. But right now, everything else lower rated, let's say 83 and below, guaranteed. And even like single player packs like this that are 84s, it's getting ripped to continue to craft. But the pack save for me is on. I know it's like, Nate, saving packs in July. It's Footies, man, and it's only a couple of days. If some people have been saving for weeks, and there's no problem with, I don't have any problem with that at all. Do what motivates you. Grind what you're motivated to grind. If that's not much, that's fine. Wait for the season to come out. Wait for the Footies team to come out and all the content to come out on Friday, and we'll have some fun then for sure. Now, hopefully this delivers. Of course, that's a whole other conversation. Can EA please deliver with this Footies? Oh, yeah, there we go. Small Electrum Players Pack, whatever that was. We'll take some free coins right there. She's 17,000, and of course Netherlands played today, so you never know what's going to happen there. But yeah, EA, deliver with Footies. We don't need to say anything else about that. There's an expectation and it needs to be met, and Footies does always deliver. So hopefully this time is not different. But that's going to be the video for me today, guys. Watch out for leaks. I've said it many times. Just to reiterate it once again, we'll look at them in the video tomorrow. Once again, we'll look over every single leak that we've got and really get us ready for a promo Friday, and of course the day before that, Thursday, tomorrow as well on FC25. That's the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on the video, and of course subscribe if you're new. Good luck getting your last Rivals points today on Wednesday before rewards tomorrow, and I will see you in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you later. Peace out.